Hello, family. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? And welcome to Coach Lola Owokoniran YouTube channel, where we empower you to build wealth, leave a legacy, and live purposefully. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you're already part of this community, thank you. Thank you for showing up every week. Thank you for doing the work week after week. And if you're watching this as a premiere or on a replay, or someone shared this with you, I want you to know something. You're not here by accident. Today's conversation is one that many people need, but not everyone knows how to ask out loud. We're not having these conversations because let's be honest, a lot of people are making money, but still feeling broke. A lot of people are working hard, but still feeling behind. A lot of people are paying bills, helping families, managing children, carrying debts, student loans, credit cards, trying to save, trying to invest, trying to build a future, trying to plan for retirement. But deep down, they're asking, where should my money go first? How do I prioritize? Should I save first? Should I pay off my debts first? Should I invest first? Should I build my emergency fund? Should I start retirement? Should I open a brokerage account? Should I focus on my credit? Should I just try to survive the month, living paycheck to paycheck? Family, if you have asked any of those questions, this episode is for you. Please do not skip. Sit tight and join me on today's conversation. And before we go further, please do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to the Coach Lola Owokoniran YouTube channel, and turn on your notifications so you do not miss future Build, Grow, Thrive conversations weekly, every Monday. Also, please share this with someone you care about. Send it to your sister, your brother, your friend, your coworker, your spouse, your adult child, your church group, your business circle, your business partners, name it. Because money confusion is heavy. But when we learn together, we grow together. We all spend money. We all make money. So let us grow together as we learn together. Because when we move together, we win together, we succeed together. Now, today we're talking about save, pay debt, or invest first. A mid year money reset for 2026. This is the perfect time to actually have a deep reflection on how the year has been so far. Do a financial health check on your finances, on your money, your spending, your saving, your investing, your money goals that you started off the year with. And I want you to stay until the end because I'm going to give you key takeaways and simple action items you can start using this week, not next year, not next month, this week, not when everything is perfect. I mean, this week. Because your message matters more than your perfection. Your progress matters more than your fear. And your financial future is depending on it. Your financial future needs your attention now more than ever. Not your shame, not your uncomfortable situation or your emotions right now. So let's have a heart to heart talk today about our finances. So, family, I want to begin with a real life picture, my friends. Imagine a person who works hard every week. They wake up early, they go to work or go to your place of business. They serve people, they take care of their children, they support their parents, they pay bills, they give when they can, they support their parents, they pay bills, they try to invest, they give when they can, they want to invest, they try to save, They want to do better with their finances. But every time the paycheck comes, it already has assignments or the money's been spent. Living paycheck to paycheck, rent or mortgage, car note, insurance, auto, home insurance, name it, health insurance, groceries, gas. Yes, we need fuel. Children's activities, the house home keep, maintenance, home maintenance, credit cards, student loans, business expenses, church commitments, family support, unexpected expenses. This is the reality of what many people are going through today. And by the time the money moves through all those places, they look at the account and say, Lord, where did it go? Has that ever happened to you? You made money, but somehow you still feel like money left before you could even breathe, before you could even assign that money a task that you chose for it. And this is where many people get discouraged. They start thinking, maybe I'm bad with money. They start thinking, maybe I'll never build wealth. Maybe investing is for other people or the rich or the wealthy people. Or you start thinking, maybe I'm just too late. But my dear friends and family, I want to encourage you today. Sometimes the issue is not that you are lazy or that you do not care or that you cannot build wealth. Sometimes the issue is simply that your money does not have a clear order. And when money does not have order, pressure will decide for you. Your bills will decide for you. Your emergencies will decide. Your debt will decide. Fear will decide. Social media will decide. Your emotions will decide. Other people's expectations will decide. Other people's demands will decide. But when you create order, your money begins to move with purpose because it has an assignment, because a goal has been assigned to it. And that is why today's question is so important. Should I save, pay debts, or invest first? Because the other matters. Everything may be important, but not everything has the same urgency. And this is where wisdom, most importantly, God's wisdom comes in. We need it on our day-to-day decisions, personal decisions, financial decisions. You need God's wisdom. Our scripture for today's conversation is taken from the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 3 to 4. And it says, through wisdom, a house is built, and by understanding, it is established. By knowledge, the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. I love this scripture because it gives us a wealth building order. Wisdom builds, understanding establishes. It establishes. Knowledge fills. That means we do not build strong financial lives by guessing, by gambling. We build by wisdom. We build by understanding. We build by knowledge. Those are key things that we need as we build wealth, build and structure, order our finances. And family, wealth is not just about money coming in. Wealth is also about structure. Wealth is about stewardship. The finances, the money coming in to you is a resource you are accountable to. You are a steward of it to be able to manage it effectively. Wealth is about discipline, is about purpose. To make profit, you need to have purpose and profit. Wealth is about knowing what season you are in and what step belongs to that season. Because if you try to build a roof before the foundation, the house will not stand. And if you try to invest without a foundation, one emergency, one crisis can pull you right back down into debt, into the red. We need our numbers to be in the black, in the positive. So today, I want us to walk through this in a very practical way. This is not a space to blame anybody. We're not throwing any shades. We're not, no shame, no pressure, no confusion. We're just here to shed more light. We just need clarity. We need guidance. We need a pathway, a structure around our finances. And I'm really urging you today to stay close. And if you can grab a piece of paper or something to write on, and as we're having this conversation, start taking down action items that you plan to do, you will do this week when it comes to your finances, both in your business and for your personal finances as well, or your ministry. So it's very, very important. Now, let me say this here because this part is very, very important. If you're listening and you feel behind financially, I need you to hear me clearly. You're not disqualified. You are not late, but you do need a plan. You need a plan. You do need a plan. You need a plan. No matter where you are around your finances, in debt, out of debt, in your stage of investing, in your stage of planning for retirement, you do need a plan. You need a plan. We're about crossing over the first half into the second half of the year. Have you reviewed your plan from the beginning of this year? Is it working for you? This month, this week is a great time to have a deep reflection, a review of your finances, because the second half of the year is not a time to keep repeating the same money habits or mistakes that you made in the first half of the year and expect a different result. No. June is a powerful month because it gives you a natural pause, a moment to reflect. We are halfway through the year. This is the time to ask, what did I say I wanted to do with my money this year? What projects did I accomplish so far? Where am I concerning that project? What actually happened? What worked around your money, with your money this year? What has worked? What did not work? What debt followed me into this year? What savings goal did I abandon? What investment plan did I keep postponing? What expense increased that I did not plan for? What financial decision have I been avoiding? Now, that is not a condemnation. Remember, this is a moment of deep reflection. And reflection is one of the ways that we grow. So today, we're not just talking about money, we're talking about order. We're talking about wisdom, God's wisdom. We're talking about building from the inside out. Let's start with what is happening around us. Many households are feeling financial pressure right now. Prices are still high, and they're still going to be high. They are still going to be high. Groceries are not cheap. Energy costs have increased. Housing is still a major concern for many, many, many families. Debt, student loans, credit cards is still heavy. There's a war upon us. Almost on every continent of this world. Now, according to recent government and financial reports, inflation is still putting pressure on households. The consumer price index was up 3.8% over the year ending in April 2026. Food was up 3.2%, and energy was up 17.9%. Now, when we hear statistics, it may sound like numbers on paper, but in reality, that means grocery carts costs more. The gas prices costs more. You and I are seeing this, we are experiencing it. There's no hiding from it. The electricity bill may feel higher, the water bill, the family outing costs more, vacations cost more now. The child's school, it costs more, tuition is up. Business owners, our supplies cost more now. The parents trying to save for college feels overstretched, squeezed. The young adult, the single trying to build stability feels stretched as well. And then debt is still part of the picture. The New York Fed reported that total household debt reached about $18.8 trillion in the first quarter of 2026. This year, $18.8 trillion. Credit card balances were about $1.25 trillion. That means many people are not just dealing with high prices, they're dealing with high prices and debts at the same time. And I want to highlight here, debt with high interest rates. High interest rates on those credit cards. And emergency savings is still a challenge for many families. Bank rates reported that only 47% of Americans said that they had enough savings or available funds to cover a $1,000 emergency expense. Family and friends, this is why this conversation matters today, the first day of the month of June. Because when people do not have a plan, one emergency becomes a credit card balance. You're earning money for the credit card companies. That's how they make their money. That's how they stay in business. One missed paycheck becomes a family crisis. One medical bill becomes a setback. One car repair becomes a debt cycle. And I do not say that to scare you. No, I do not. I say that to remind you that financial wisdom is not optional. It is protection, it is preparation, it is stewardship. I'm saying all this to challenge you, to wake you up, to ring that bell, to call your attention to what is happening around us, to what is happening in every household today. So let's answer the big question. Should you save, pay debt, or invest first? The answer is it all depends on your financial foundation, your foundation. But I'm going to give you a simple order that can help most people, many families, think clearly around that question. And here's the order I want you to remember. Number 1, stabilize. Number 2, save. Number 3, pay high interest debts. Number 4, invest intentionally. And number 5, protect and plan for legacy. Let's walk through it one by one. Number 1, stabilize. Stabilize before you accelerate. Before you start asking, which stock should I buy? Or which investment account should I open? Or should I invest in real estate? I want you to ask, Is my financial foundation stable? Do I know how much income is coming in? Do I know how much is going out? Do I have a budget, a financial roadmap, a realistic one? Do I know my debt balances? Do I know my interest rates? Do I know what I actually spend? What do you spend on food, on subscriptions, on transportation, on family support, on your lifestyle? How much do you spend? Because you cannot properly manage what you refuse to look at. You can't. You can't close a blind eye to that. You can't ignore it. And I say that with so much love in my heart. Some people avoid looking at their numbers because the numbers make them uncomfortable. But avoidance does not create freedom. Clarity, structure, order creates freedom. You cannot heal what you keep hiding. You have to confront it. You cannot fix what you refuse to face. And you cannot build wealth with financial blindness. So the first step is not investing. The first step is awareness. This is the build part of build, grow, thrive. Build is where we set the foundation. It is where we get honest. Be true to thyself. Not ashamed. Not scared. Honest. This here makes a huge difference. And honestly, this here says, this is where I am. Say it honestly. This is where I am. And with God's wisdom and with the right plan, with the right strategy, I can move forward. So your first action is to stabilize. Sit down with your money, your finances. Look at your income. Identify, recognize what is coming in. If you're spending more than what is coming in, that is a wake-up call for you. Look at your bills. Look at your debts. Look at your spending. Look at your habits. Look at your goals. And say, money, you are not going to control me. I am going to steward you with God's wisdom. Confront it, affirm it, own it, and believe it, and walk it out. Say it. Money, you are not going to control me. I am going to steward you with God's wisdom. That is so powerful. Number 2, build a starter emergency fund. Now, should you say first? In many cases, yes, you should. Yes, you should. At least a starter emergency fund. $500, $1,000, start off with that as a goal. Why? Because life happens. The car does not ask permission before it breaks down. The medical bill does not wait for your next bonus or your next tax return or the next client or next order that you get if you're a business owner. The child's need does not wait until your budget looks cute or right. The job situation does not always give you 6 months of warning. So before you aggressively invest, before you throw everything at debt, you need some cash protection. Now, I'm not saying you must have fully funded 6 months emergency fund before doing anything. No, that is not my point. For many people, that may feel too overwhelming at the beginning. Start with a starter emergency fund, like I said earlier. For some, that may be $500. For others, $1,000. For others, 1 month of essential expenses, which is your rent or mortgage, your feeding, your utilities, your essentials, things that you cannot do without. The goal is to create a little breathing room so that every small emergency does not become a new credit card bill or a debt. Because without emergency savings, your credit card becomes your emergency fund. And when the credit card becomes your emergency fund, the emergency follows you with interest, high interest, high interests. That is why saving is not just about having money in the bank. Saving is about creating margin. It's about giving your future self options. It's about reducing panic, overwhelm. Saving is about saying, I'm preparing before the storm comes. Please do not wait until the next COVID or the next world war or the next global crisis happens. Remember, Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2 says, give a servant to 7 and also to 8, for you do not know what evil will be on the earth. Give a servant to 7 and also to 8, for you do not know what evil will be on the earth. That scripture reminds us of wisdom, preparation, and diversification. Our Lord Jesus Christ knew for a fact we are going to need this in our time. We do not know everything that will happen in the future or even tomorrow. Tomorrow is not guaranteed for anyone. But what we can do is to prepare with wisdom, God's wisdom. So, yes, save first, at least enough to create a starter cushion, a safety net for you, for your family, for your loved ones, for your household. And point number 3, pay high interest debt with a plan. Have a plan, a strategy. Now, not all debt is the same. I want to make sure I highlight that. Not all debt is the same. We have good debts and we have bad debts. A mortgage is different from a payday loan. A student loan is different from a high interest credit card. A business loan used strategically is different from consumer debt used emotionally. So make sure you know the difference. Not all debt is the same. So when we talk about paying debt, we need wisdom. You need a plan. The debt that usually needs urgent attention is high interest debts, like credit cards, payday loans, student loans, personal loans with high interest rates, the car notes, buy now, pay later balances that are stacking up. They are firm and the likes. Debts that grow quickly and keeps you trapped, contains you, limits you, frustrates you, makes you panic, gives you the sleepless nights. Yes. Tackle those. Debts that grows quickly and keeps you trapped, because high interest debt can quietly eat your financial progress, disallowing you from achieving those financial goals, those plans of investing. You may be investing and making 7%, but if you are carrying credit card debt at 20% or more, you have to look at the full picture here. That does not mean you're a failure. No, it means the numbers need order. I always tell my clients, your numbers always tell a story. So here are a few steps that I propose to you today. this week. First, list every debt. Write down the balance. Own it. Confront it. Write down the minimum payment. Write down the interest rate. Write down the due dates. Second, stop adding new debts. Stop it. Not if possible, stop adding new debts. Because you cannot drain a bathtub while the water is still running. You can't drain a bathtub while the water is still running. Third, choose a payoff strategy. The debt snowball means you pay the smallest balance first for motivation. The debt avalanche method means you pay the highest interest rate first to save more money mathematically. So, your numbers always tell a story. Do the numbers. Both methods can work. The best plan is the one you will actually follow and be consistent with. Number 4, free up cash. Cancel what you do not use. Negotiate what you can. Reduce waste. Pause unnecessary spending for a season. Use extra income wisely. A bonus is not always for shopping. A tax refund is not always for vacation. A side hustle income is not always for lifestyle. Sometimes it's a seed for your freedom, for your financial freedom. And number 5, do not consolidate debt without addressing the behavior. The behavior. Your money mindset. Debt consolidation can be useful for some people, yes. But if the habit does not change, consolidation can become a bigger trap, a wider trap. Because some people consolidate the old debt, then create new debts. And now they have both. So friends and family, we want freedom, financial freedom, not a rearranged burden. So yes, pay debts, especially high interest debts, and focus on that. But pay it with a clear plan and be consistent with your plan. Follow it through, see it through. Do not add new debts. Pay it off. Number 4, invest intentionally. I'm going to repeat that. Invest intentionally, not emotionally. Now, let's talk about investing. Should you invest? Yes, yes, yes. Investing is one of the tools for building long-term wealth. But should everyone invest aggressively before building a foundation? No. Because investing without understanding can create fear. Investing without emergency savings can create panic. Investing without a goal can become gambling. Investing because of social media, the pressure from social media can lead to poor decisions. So I want you to hear this. Do not invest because you feel rushed. Invest because you have clarity. Invest because you understand your goal. Invest because you understand your timeline. Invest because you understand your risk tolerance. Invest because you have a plan. You have a purpose for that investment. Invest because you are building for the future, not chasing quick money. It is not a quick get rich scheme. Some people say, hey, Coach Lola, I want to invest, but I'm scared. That's okay. We've all been there. Fear often decreases when knowledge increases. That is why education matters. And that is why I teach. That is why I believe beginners need simple, practical financial education. Before you invest, ask yourself, what am I investing for? What is your goal? Retirement, a child's future, wealth building, legacy, financial independence, a long term goal. How can I leave the money invested? How can I leave it behind? How long can I leave the money invested? How long? How long can I leave the money invested? Like, how long can you leave it in the stock market for without panicking? Do I understand that the market goes up and down? Do I have emergency savings so I do not pull money out at the wrong time? Do I understand the difference between saving and investing? Do I understand the difference between investing and speculating? Because saving is for safety, a safety net, and short term needs, your short term goals. Investing is for growth and long term goals. They are not enemies, they go hand in hand, they're partners. Savings and investing. Savings gives you stability, investing gives you growth. Debt payoff gives you freedom, financial freedom. Protection gives you security. Legacy planning gives you direction. That is why you do not need to choose forever between saving, paying debt, and investing. You need to know what order belongs to your season, your current season where you are. And lastly, point number 5, use the mid-year reset to make a decision. Family and friends, June is not just another month. June is a checkpoint. We are entering the second half of the year in a couple of weeks, a couple of days. And this is where many people either reset or you repeat the cycle. You repeat the pattern. You repeat the same mistakes. I want you to reset. Do not drag the same confusion into the rest of the year. Do not keep saying, I'll deal with it later. Later becomes December. Later becomes 2027. December becomes 5 years from now. Next year becomes 5 years from now. Yes. 5 years becomes regret. And please, no, that is not where we want to be. We are going to build differently. We are going to do this differently. So I want you to ask yourself. I truly want you to ask yourself this question. This mid-year money reset questions. Number 1, what is my current financial reality? Not what I wish it was. What is my current financial reality? I truly want you to ask yourself this mid-year money reset questions. Number 1, I'm going to repeat it again. What is my current financial reality? Not what I wish for, not what I wish it was, but what is the reality? What is it right now? Number 2, what debts need my attention? Number 3, do I have emergency savings? Number 4, am I spending based on my values or based on pressure? Number 5, what financial habit do I need to stop? Number 6, what financial habit do I need to start? Number 7, what financial habits do I need to continue? Number 8, what is one money goal I can accomplish before December? Number 9, who do I need to become to manage money better? Who? Number 9, who do I need to become to manage money better? What relationships do you need to let go? Who do you need to surround yourself with? And lastly, number 10, do I need help, coaching, accountability, or education? That last question is very important because sometimes your next level requires guidance. You do not have to figure everything out alone. You need the support. Now, let me speak to different people watching. If you're a working professional and you have income, but no margin, no profit, this is your season to create order. Do not just work and pay bills, build a plan. If you're a parent and you are taking care of children, college, groceries, and the future, I see you, I hear you. You need a system that helps your household breathe. You need structure. If you are an entrepreneur and your income goes up and down, you need a business and personal money plan. Do not mix everything together and call it faith. No. Faith and wisdom walk together. They're partners. If you are an immigrant family building in a new land, you may be carrying responsibility here and back home. You need boundaries, planning, and strategy. Yes, you can be generous and wise. You can help people and still build. If you're starting late, do not let shame stop you. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start with the next right step. Start today, this week, this month. If you are young and just starting out, oh, beautiful. But please listen carefully. The habits you build now can protect you later. Do not wait until you are overwhelmed to learn money. If you're already investing but still carrying high interest debt and no emergency savings, pause and review the order. Not because investing is bad, but because your foundation matters. And if you're watching and listening to me and thinking, Coach Lola, I'm tired, I want to encourage you. You are not alone. No, sister, no, brother, you are not alone. Money pressure can, yes, feel overwhelming. Money pressure can feel emotional. It can affect your sleep, your marriage, your confidence, your prayer life. It can affect how you show up, how you carry yourself. But God cares about every area of your life, including your stewardship. And with wisdom, with structure and consistency, things can change and will change for the better. So let's make this fun and practical. I want you to imagine your money as a team. Saving is your defender. Debt payoff is your freedom fighter. Investing is your builder. Insurance and estate planning are your protectors. Income is your engine. Budgeting is your coach. And purpose is your captain. Now, what happens if your team has no coach? Picture that. Everybody runs everywhere. Nobody knows the play. That is what happens when money has no plan. But when every dollar has an assignment, the team starts working together. Some dollars go to bills, Some dollars go to giving. Some dollars go to savings. Some dollars go to debt payoff. Some dollars go to investing. Some dollars go to joy. Yes, joy. Joy belongs in the plan too, because a budget that has no room for real life will not last. We're not building a punishment plan. We are building a purpose plan. That is what financial stewardship looks like. Now, let's talk about other in a simple way. If you have no emergency savings, start there. Build a starter emergency fund. If you have high interest debt, create a debt payoff plan. If your employer offers a retirement match, learn how it works, because that may be part of your wealth building opportunity. If your emergency fund is growing and your high interest debt is under control, begin investing. Investing consistently according to your goals now. Make sure you have a goal. If you have children, start learning about college planning, custodial accounts, 529 plans, and other child wealth building options. If you have a spouse, have money meetings, have money date nights. If you have a business, please, please, please separate business and personal finances. No commingling. If you have people depending on you, review life insurance and protection. If you are building wealth, begin thinking about estate planning, because wealth is not only about accumulation, it is about protection and transfer. Wealth protection and wealth transfer, they both go hand in hand. We are building wealth, leaving a legacy, and living purposefully. That is not just a slogan, that is a way of life. Now, I want to address something many people do. They compare their financial chapter to someone else's highlight. You see someone buying a house and you feel behind. You see someone investing and you feel behind. You see someone traveling and you feel behind. You see someone starting a business and you feel behind. But you do not know their full financial picture. You do not know if they're saving. You do not know if they're in debt. You do not know if they have support. You do not know if they are stressed. Yes, financially stressed, financially overwhelmed. You do not know if they have a plan. So stop letting comparison become your financial advisor. Comparison will rush you. Wisdom will pace you. Comparison will shame you. Wisdom will guide you. Comparison says, you're late, you're late, you're late, you're late. Wisdom says, start where you are with what you have. So, dear friend, that is what we are doing today. We are starting where we are with what we have. Here's a simple framework I want you to remember. Build before you grow. Grow before you thrive. Build means create the foundation, budget, emergency fund, debt awareness, credit awareness, money mindset, financial goals. Grow means increase, multiply. Yes, increase income. Yes, invest, build assets, start or expand your business, strengthen your business, learn wealth building tools. Thrive means protect and leave legacy. Insurance, retirement, estate planning, college planning, purposeful giving, generational impact. Many people want to jump straight to thrive without building, but God is a God of order. There was there was process, there was structure, there was timing, even in the creation of the earth. Even creation had order. God is a God of order. We see in the story in the book of Genesis, there was a process, there was structure, there was timing. So do not despise your building season. Do not despise your humble beginnings. Your foundation may not be flashy, but it is necessary. The budget may not look exciting, but it is powerful. That is your financial guide, your financial roadmap. The emergency fund may not impress people, but it will protect you and your family and your business. The debt payoff, yes, it may not be glamorous, but with consistency, it will free you. The small investment may not look huge today, but with consistency can build over time. Do not underestimate small steps done consistently. Every little drop makes a mighty ocean, they say. Now, let's make this very, very personal. If you're watching this, I want you to pause and think, what is my next right financial step? I'm not asking for 10 steps or one or 5 steps. I just need one. Write it down. Your next financial step, the right one that you need to take this week. For some of you, the next step is to open your banking app and face the numbers. Review your bank statements. For some of you, the next step is to write down all your debts. Review your credit card statements or your loan statements, or put a phone call through to renegotiate your interest rates. For some of you, the next step is to stop using the credit card for everyday spending if you know your money habits. For some of you, the next step is to increase your retirement contribution. For some of you, the next step is to learn investing basics. For some, is to book a strategy session. For some of you, is to have a money conversation with your spouse. For some of you, the next step is to forgive yourself and begin again. Yes, you heard me right. Forgive yourself. Because shame keeps people stuck. And I want you free, financially free. You cannot change yesterday's decision, but you can make a wise decision today. And today matters for a brighter tomorrow. So let me give you a simple example. Let's say someone has $300 extra each month. They're asking, Coach Lola, should I save, pay debt, or invest? Here's what I would say, or should I say, here is how I would guide them to think. If they have zero emergency savings, maybe the first focus is to build a starter emergency fund. Once they have a little cushion, they may split the $300, maybe $100 goes to savings, $150 goes to high interest debts to pay it down, maybe $50 goes to beginner investing or retirement plan, depending on their full situation. Now, this is just an example, not a personal financial advice. But the point is this: sometimes the answer is not all or nothing. Sometimes the answer is an intentional split. Allocate it, but the split must match your season, your current season. It must match your numbers. A person with no saving high interest debt, and unstable income may need a different plan than someone with 6 months of emergency savings and no consumer debts. That is why personal finance is personal. We need principles, but we also need personal strategy. Let's talk about emotional money habits. I mentioned that earlier. Yes, emotional money habits. Because money is not just numbers, it's not just math. Money has to do with our habits, our behavior. Money is emotion, money is memory, money is culture, money is family history, money is fear, money is hope. Some people spend because they are stressed. Some people avoid money or money conversations because they are afraid. Some people give beyond their capacity because they feel guilty. Some people save but never invest because they fear loss. Some people invest recklessly because they want quick results. Some people keep debt secrets because they feel embarrassed. But, family, and my dear friend, we cannot heal what we keep hiding. So, part of the media reset is asking, what emotion is driving my money? What emotion? Am I spending from stress? Am I saving from fear? Am I investing from pressure? Am I giving from guilt? Am I avoiding from shame? Am I borrowing to keep up appearances? God wants us to walk in wisdom, not bondage. And financial freedom is not just having more money. Financial freedom is having peace, clarity, and purpose with what you have. So, what should you do this week? I want to give you 5 action steps. Number one, schedule a money meeting with yourself. You could have it you could call it a date, but schedule it. Put it on your calendar. Do not just think about it, schedule it. 30 minutes, no distractions, no TV, no form of distractions. Look at your numbers. Look at your numbers. Number two, write down your top 3 financial priorities for the second half of 2026. Not 10, 3. Just 3. Start with 3. Just 3. Maybe emergency savings, maybe debt payoff, investing, start investing. Maybe retirement, college planning, business financial organization, maybe starting a business or organizing your finances for your business. Choose 3. 3 financial priorities. Number 3, create a starter emergency savings goal. Pick a number, 300, 500, 1,000. 1 month of your expenses, of your basic essentials. Choose what makes sense for your current season and start. Action item number 4, choose one debt to attack. Do not get overwhelmed by all of them. Start with one. Smallest balance or highest interest rate. Pick your strategy and begin and be consistent. Action item number 5, learn before you invest. Do not invest blindly. Understand the basics. Understand your risk. Understand your timeline. Understand the account you are using. Understand what you are buying. If you need guidance, get guidance. Now, before I close, I want to invite you to take the next step. If this episode spoke to you and you're saying, Coach Lola, I need help. I need help creating a plan. I want to invite you to book your free wealth plan discovery session. Now, this session is designed to help you get clarity on where you are, what you need, and what your next wise step may be. You do not have to keep guessing. You do not have to keep carrying money stress alone. You can build with clarity. You can grow with wisdom. You can thrive with purpose. The link will be in the description section and pinned in the comment section as well. Also, if you are interested in learning how to invest as a beginner, make sure you stay connected because our beginner investing intensive program is part of the Build, Go, Thrive path. And it is created to help our beginners, every beginner out there, understand investing, understand it with confidence, with wisdom. So stay connected and look out for every post and programs we post on our social media platforms, and sign up. Sign up. If you're yet to join the mailing list, do well to reach out to us, join the mailing list, and we'll make sure that you get more information around the beginner investing intensive session. And all the links will be posted in the description section as well. Do subscribe, turn on your notifications bell, stay connected, because this channel is here to educate, here to empower, and equip you as well on your money journey. Now, let's recap key takeaways. Number one, if you feel like you are making money but still feeling stuck, you may not need more shame. You need more structure. All you need is structure. Let's put the shame aside. Let's put the worry aside. Let's set it down. It's not going to help us. We need structure. Number two, saving, paying debts, and investing are all important, but other matters. Number three, start by stabilizing your financial foundation. Know your numbers, know your income, know your expenses, know your debts, know what is coming in and what is going out. This is very important. Number four, build a starter emergency fund. So every unexpected expense does not become a new debt or a new credit card bill. Number five, pay attention to high interest debt because it can quietly slow down your financial progress. Number six, invest intentionally, not emotionally. Invest intentionally, not emotionally. Know your investing goals, your investment goals. Know your goal, know your timeline, and your risk tolerance. Number seven, use this media point to reset. Please do not wait until December to realize you need a plan in June. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. Please do not wait until December to realize that you needed a plan in June currently. Number eight, build before you grow. Grow before you thrive. Number nine, and lastly, your financial future is not built by perfection. It is built by wisdom, consistency, stewardship, and faith. Faith-filled action. Action. And trust me, God will bless the work of your hands. Keep putting your trust in Him. He will water it. He will water the seeds that you sow, but you have to sow good seeds on your ground with all the steps. Family, I want to leave you with this. You are not behind. You are not behind. You are not beyond recovery. You are not too late to build. You are not disqualified from wealth. You are not stuck forever, but you do need to make a decision and be intentional about your decision. Be consistent with your plan. A decision to face your numbers, a decision to create order around your finances, a decision to stop avoiding, postponing, a decision to learn, a decision to build, a decision to honor God with your resources. Honor God with your resource. Sorry, excuse me, with your resources. Make a decision to prepare for your future, because your future self will definitely thank you for it. And your future means your tomorrow. A decision also to leave a legacy for future generations, not necessarily people directly related to you, but future generations all around the world. Because wealth is not only for the person who starts perfectly, wealth can be built by the person who decides to start wisely. So your decision today, this week, matters. Do not just watch. Sorry, excuse me. So I want to say this, and I want you to really, I want to call your attention to this. This week, don't just watch this episode and feel inspired, encouraged. After watching, please back it up with action. Write the numbers, set the goal, make the plan, book the session, start the savings, attack the debt, learn before you invest, and above all, ask for God's wisdom. Ask God for wisdom. Ask God for His own view around your finances, His own perspective, for you to see His plans for you through His own eyes. It's very, very important. James chapter 1, verse 5 reminds us that if anyone lacks wisdom, we can ask God, and He gives generously with no limits. So, Father, I pray for every person watching or hearing my voice today, or whenever they watch this video, that you please give them wisdom, give them clarity, give them your strength to fulfill every purpose that you have assigned to them. Grant them the courage, give them peace, give them discipline, help them to build wisely, help them to break cycles, help them to steward what is in their hands, help them to prepare for the future, help them to build wealth, to leave a legacy, and live purposefully. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Family, thank you so much for watching this episode of Build, Grow, Thrive with Coach Lola Owokoniran. If this blessed you, like this video, share it with someone you care about, subscribe to the Coach Lola Owokoniran YouTube channel, turn on your notifications so you do not miss the next episode. Drop in the comments, my money needs order. Drop that in the comment section. Or drop in the comments, I am ready for my mid-year money reset, because I want to hear from you. And I know after this episode, you are ready. You are charged up. You are woken up. Arise, 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 and shine. I want to hear from you. Leave your comments in the comment section, and God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please do well to take a minute and subscribe. Hit the like button of this video. Turn on your notification bell so you never miss any of our weekly uploads, and help this channel. That is one of the ways you can support us on this channel, by liking the video so the algorithm, recommends it to other people that truly needs this content. Now, until next time, do well to keep building, keep growing, and keep thriving. Keep thriving with God's wisdom and purpose. I love you, family. God bless you all. Have a good one. Bye. God bless you.